2, 3, 4.
Let's go now.
Oh my days, I've still got the stream going live and I haven't got this banner on. Hi everyone, I'm going to quickly get this banner off. Let's have a look now. Well, how can I take this banner off? There we go. Hello everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to Talk2K. Brian, how are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm good. I'm exhausted. But I
can see that you've been up since way early in the morning. I was a bit surprised you might even get on here.
Yeah, but listen, mate. It was time to come and spend some time with Mr. K. I saw you last Wednesday. I'm missing you dreadfully, and it was like, you know what? I need to spend some time with Mr. K.
You know what? I was hoping that Will might pop onto the stream right because I had this thing over here which I wanted to show him. This thing. I was going to quickly just get it round to there. Mr. Rabona.
Good old Puskas, eh?
Oh,
how are you, Mr. K? You good?
Not too bad, not too bad. I understand that there's been some activity outside the Hotspur way. Can you enlighten us what that may have been?
Yeah, me and a few people. It was very few to begin with, and we always said it was going to be a few. Have had enough of the lack of transfer activity. And we were going to go quiet in January, but here we are on the 18th, very soon to be the 19th of January. And precisely the only thing that has come up is we thought of 58 different ways to say we may be going for Adama. 5 of them being today. It's we're pushing. It's concrete. We're firm. We're gonna enough. So we said enough is enough. We start protesting, and we're going to every single non-match day. So today we went, caused quite a scene on Twitter. Obviously, my channel, Tottenham on Tour, we're covering it all. We did a show at 2 p.m. our time. And yeah, it's been a very, very long day. You've got on mute.
Okay, I've got myself on mute. Sorry about that. Viewers, I've got a different setup today. And if there's some technical hitches that I'm not aware of, please let me know. Put it into the chat. I'm not too sure whether or not the stream's going to run smoothly. There might be some interference with the sound, or there might be some interference with the video. If there is, please let me know, because I'm trying to get some sort of backdrops working through the same computer. And if it's like exhausting the computer too much, then there might be some freezing on the video image. And I would really like to get some feedback here. Brian, do you reckon transfers in and out? I mean, no. Without you getting upset, just think for 1 second. Just think for 1 second that there may be a possibility that Adama Traore, with the interest that's been created by Arsenal, that Paratici might push a little bit further in and get something done quicker. I mean, you know best. I always refer to you. I'm the optimist. You're the realist.
Yeah,
what the realist thinks. You know what the optimist thinks? The optimist thinks that Eriksen's coming in as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, mate, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been down this rabbit hole many times through many different managers, different directors of football, and it's the same message, just a different manager. That's all this is. Listen, I think Adama will get done, but this is going to be, if Bergwijn or someone else goes, then we'll push it through, but then there'll be delays, and then it will take ages, and it will finally get through right near the end. You're on mute again.
I did say there was going to be some technical hitches, but thank you very much. That's why it's important. Mr. K needs a co-host. No matter who it is, he needs somebody, because I'll do something blatantly stupid. I remember once Will Stewart and Cody was doing some sort of stream, and I accidentally killed it.
Yeah, you pushed in broadcast rather than leave stream. Yes, you
might remember me doing that.
Can I just actually say I just want a big, whilst I'm on this channel, and I know I can see him in the chat, I just want to big up.
Oh, wait, before you go to the chat, what we'll do is let's sit back and let's start looking at the people in the chat.
No, so I actually wanted to big Will up. I just wanted to big Will up.
Go ahead.
I need to big Will up about something, because he reached out to me yesterday about something. We didn't get to chat back. He knows what it's about. And I just want to big Will up for approaching me about it. Everything was cool. Will just wanted to run something past me. And Will knows I love him, and it's very hard for me to come on these streams. He made me sound like a 14-year-old kid the other day, because I was watching one of his streams. He said people were saying get Brian on, and he was like, yeah, he can't come on streams when his mum and dad have gone to bed. As a 42-year-old man, I felt like a 14-year-old. But no, whilst I'm here for Bob, I made a deal with my parents that once they're in bed, no more streaming, because I kept them up till 3 a.m, because I'm very quiet when we get talking about Levy, and my voice gets booming, so I kept them up. So Will actually approached me about something else, but I just wanted to big him up for approaching me for it, and it's always good to be on his channel.
The only reason why I'm putting the mute on the microphone on a regular basis, because the washing machine's on, and you know my studio's currently in the kitchen. My son has nicked my mini studio, which I was creating in the main room. So until I get that back, I'm residing here in the kitchen for a while. So viewers, you parents out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get a piece of technology, electronics, and your son will take it. You don't have the heart to take it back off him. But Brian, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something slightly different today. I'm actually going to bring on a couple of more co-hosts, because these people, you know what, I miss them. I dearly miss them. I think Shane over here, right? Yeah, he's been he hardly ever appears inside the stream at the beginning. And Colin over here, he's been missing in action because he traveled back to London, traveled back from London, and obviously had jet lag and took a little while to recover. And I want to get him back into the swing of it. I know he's been on Tommy's channel, but now he's on a little bit more of a chill sort of side. Shane, how are you? How are you tonight? How are you this morning, or you good afternoon to you?
this morning, 9 o'clock this morning. So, yeah, I'm okay today. I'm not too bad. And thanks for the chat last night. You're on mute, mate.
He's doing it again. He's doing it again.
We might as well call this the mute show. Might as well call this the mute show. Sorry.
Okay. I think the idea, and I think the moral of the story is don't press the mute button.
That's what Will was saying in the chat. But can any of you guys hear the washing machine at all?
No.
Okay, good.
Not a bit. Not a bit, man.
Colin, how does it feel to get back to your home? And do you miss Blighty? Do you miss London at all, or did you have a horrible time because it's COVID?
I do. No, I do miss London. It is nice to be home. So when I first got home, I stayed with my mom for 2 days just to kind of she's been having a hard time with things as well. Stayed with my mom for 2 days, and so now I'm actually back at my home, and things are weird. It's always weird going back home after you've been gone and trying to get back used to sleeping at the right time and being awake at the right time. But I do miss England. I miss London especially. There was just always something going on.
I'm so sorry that when you came you had COVID, because boy, it would have been really nice to come and meet you and stuff like that.
It would have been awesome. We'll have to do it the next time, though. I just can't wait as long between times. I'll have to come again soon.
I want to big up Shane, because normally Shane would come on as like a panel person, like in the middle of a stream or something like that, or in a vast amounts of other people on the panel. But you know what it is? He's had a nice clean shave. He's looking very slick, and I thought, you know what? It's like he's got to come on Talk2K right at the beginning and co-host with me. Guys, I'm going to do what I normally do, which is basically I'm going to go through the comments and say hello to everyone, see what everyone's up to. And Will Stewart saying that the camera looks very, very sharp. And he's also saying that he can't actually hear. He goes, just stop muting myself. I'm going to go right to the beginning, because what we normally do is we normally find out who's the first person to put a comment in the stream. Now, normally, Eugene and me, we have a competition with each other. And because he hasn't been on, I've been winning. So let's have a look now. Yes, Mr. K. Yes, it's that time again. Come on. I gotta take victories where I can. When there's no matches, right? Mark Swift's in the house. He's saying, hit that like and sub. Thank you. Big up to all. Thank you very much, Mark. One of these days, I want you on this show. Definitely. Definitely. I'm just gonna quickly just scroll down to over here now. Footy Live. This is Tom. Now, he may be a fan of another club, but he's got an incredible knowledge across the whole board of all footballing matters. So definitely, Tom, I want you on in about 20 minutes. I'm going to chuck the link out there early today. I want to do the whole show a little bit differently today, primarily because originally, all of you guys out there, originally I was meant to get King Arthur on the show to co-host me, but he wasn't feeling too well. And lastminute.com, he had to stay at home, stay in bed. And that's the reason why everything's a bit ad hoc right now. So I'm just going to quickly move on. Right, we've got, thank you very much, Mark. I do indeed. This is Footy Live. He says could come on for an hour or so. Yes, you will. I'll be sending you a link out there. And Daigle, of course. Brian, that's you. Now, normally the second person, the co-host, normally it'd be you and me having a competition to see who puts comments in first. Brian, you got to buck up for next time. Got to try a little bit harder.
I wasn't aware I was coming on until after you typed it. So it's a bit odd. I may be good at many things, but I can't go back in time yet. And if I could, I'd go back 21 years and get rid of Levy.
I was going
to get 2 minutes notice.
First thing you could do. I knew that would be the first thing you would do with your powers.
Oh wait, without a doubt, if I had a time machine, it's the very first thing I'm doing.
Okay, Dr. J. Cal's in the house. He's saying hello, everyone. Shane, you were saying, sorry. Shane, you might want to put your microphone just up a touch, so that when you do talk, we want to hear you really loud in our ears. You're not a panel member. You're part of the crew for Talk2K. All of you guys are. Keep an eye on the comments. Anything interesting comes up. If you got 2 pence, you want to run the co-hosting with me right now, you want to say something, introduce a topic, this is the power that you have as a co-host. You direct the show. Don't be shy. Think of this like it's your show, right? Now, don't let me dominate with my mouth, because I could run off it all day long. But anyway, John Fitzpatrick's in the house. He's a big up all. Tottenham Tantrum Goal. Dermot's in the house. Big up, Mr. K. You are legend. Come on, you Spurs. Obviously, he hasn't seen you guys yet, so he's yet to come on and give you big ups yet. Jamie gets always in the house. You know what it is? I I can't do all the jokes by myself. I need Jamie to get the jokes done. He's saying, love your show, Mr. K. Got to take girlfriend to chiropractor, so catch you next time. Thank you very much, Jamie, for actually coming there and putting the comment in. Without your comments, this show doesn't run. It's like putting 20 pence in the meter. We need to keep putting it in. You are that 20 pence, my man. And Shane Black, yes, Shane, you need to put the comment a lot higher. You need competition. See who can put the comment in first.
We didn't know about the competition, Mr. K.
Every week,
I knew about the competition. It popped up, and that I had to get the keyboard out, and because my keyboard on my laptop's fried, so I'm using an external laptop and an external keyboard. Sorry,
Shane, excuses, mate. Excuses. You're slow, mate. Too slow.
Bloody slow.
Derek Hutchinson's in the house saying, "Good evening, gentlemen." Let's have a look now. John Fitzpatrick, yo, Amzo's in the house. Big up, Mr. K, and Dazza Hotspur. Dazza, I don't know your name. I'm just going to call you Dazza Hotspur. You've popped into the stream many times, and I'm just going to keep calling you Dazza until you tell me some other name. He says, hate leaving Tommy's stream, but can't miss my weekly dose of Mr. K. You know what it is? This is your dose. This is the dose that you guys bring to me. You guys are bringing it here. You guys are bringing the chill. You're bringing the relax. And you're bringing the talk. So talk to K. And Gaguma's in the house. Oh, my days. Gaguma.
The Empress is in.
You know what? I would love Gaguma to one day come and host the show with me. Absolutely would love it. Honest to God. It'd be a dream come true, Gaguma. Right. Will Stewart's in the house doing the old face palm because he realizes I'm on the microphone. It's all been blocked up. And obviously, there you go. You're getting big up. Well done indeed. Kuba's in the house. Big up Mr. K and the Messiah. That's you, G. You're the Messiah. You're going to save our club.
I'm no Messiah.
You are indeed going to save our club. Honestly, Brian, you will. And let's have a little look. Here goes the Messiah. Big up everyone in the chat. Yes, indeed. Everyone in the chat. Big up to you. Thank you very much for turning up. This is Talk to K. The show would not be the show without you. It's all built around you. That's why I'm going through the comments like this. Sorry, guys, I will get back to you. I'm just going to quickly get a few mentions out. Faz is in the house, so pleased to hear Bob Spur is on the road to recovery. Bob Spur, big up love. Praying that you get recovery. I heard the recovery is a bit slow, but where will you want, mate?
I can give you some kind of. I can give you a little bit of breaking Bob news. So it's nothing major. It's nothing major when it is major because it's good. He was at 45% on the ventilator. He's now down to 40%. Now, the daily oxygen intake that we take every single day, just doing what we do, is 21. So at one point, he was in the high 90s. Right now, as we speak tonight, he's at 40. So he is fighting. He's coming back.
Viewers out there, please, whatever you're doing, whether you're sending good wishes from your heart or if you're religious and you're sending prayers, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing because so far every little bit helps. Honestly, every bit helps. I'm going to quickly get back into the comments just to give everyone a little high up. Andy Lloyd is in the house. He says the biggest transfer activity in Spurs was on the front gate security. I think Brian was there. Brian, you're a co-host.
I have to say, this dude, Andy Lloyd, is absolutely brilliant. He is. You want to talk about jokers? This guy, when we got rid of Jose Mourinho, he actually sent an email to Bet365 or Paddy Power to ask on the odds of Brian Dagelsmann being the next being the next manager, and they came back and said, unfortunately, we won't take that bet. So I must have been a sure thing. That didn't happen, but he is always, if you want someone for humour, this dude who I've got a lot of love and respect for, Andy Lloyd, is a top boy. Top boy.
Will Stewart's in the house. I'm really, really grateful. Sorry, you were saying?
No, if you need a media manager or a manager, Brian, I'll be your manager. I'll fly over to the UK to manager.
Oh, thank you, mate. It's very much appreciated. But by the time you probably get a flight to Australia, I'll be back in Toronto. So we'll see. I might be looking for one in Toronto. We'll see.
Well, there's a comment over here which came just before Will's comment, and that was John Fitzpatrick is in the house. He's saying the boss. He's saying the boss. And obviously, Will Stewart is realizing, yes, I am indeed. He goes, here is the only place I am the boss. So I'll take that. Obviously, in the household, the missus is always the boss. Trust me, I know. Same thing in my household. So right now, in this little environment, this little magical place that we've created, and we're able to connect with all these lovely fans here right now, Will Stewart's the boss. I love the music he's created. I love all the things he's done. Brian, let me know when you need to go, bro. And you can pop off at any time and you can jump into the background, okay?
Yeah, I will do, brother. I will do. Don't worry about that. I'm good for a little while, yeah.
I can pop you out immediately. It's not a problem at all. Please don't bother you. It's very late right now. It's 11:20, and I don't want you. You're going to be shattered already.
11. I'm a 42-year-old man. It's 11:20. I don't have a curfew.
You've been up since 4 in the morning, brother. You need rest and sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
it is important.
Colin, where did you get that picture from, man? It's so funky.
I think Josh put it. Josh and I are using the same StreamYard account for just like a short period of time, and I think Josh put this here. But I do like it, and I'm keeping it because it's something.
Right,
it's something for sure.
In Arteta we trust.
Ugh. I can't imagine having to say that and mean it, but they do. Yeah.
Cody Max in the house giving us. No, he's giving a wave. He's giving a wave. Hi, Cody. Hi, Cody. I still miss that beard, Cody. I still miss it with a passion. And if I had a picture of this beard, I would put it up. But right now I can't get to it, so I'm just not going to. What I will do is I will move further down the comments because I think I'm going to get left behind. Who's making that scratchity sound? Should put themselves on mute while they're doing that. Colin. Right, so I've got further down. I think I've lost a little bit of track there. Carl Simpson. Evening, gents. It's always a pleasure to see Carl. Always a pleasure indeed. And obviously, there's some bear love going on to everyone from Cody. And obviously, Gaguma is going to be sending out some bear love to you, Shane. Shane and Colin. Gaguma. What do you two guys know about this mysterious lady? The Empress of the YouTube.
The most kind person I've ever met in the YouTube comments of any channel ever. If you want to like feel good and you need some like feel good about yourself, Gaguma's always there to give you that much needed boost and just feeling good about yourself. She makes you feel welcome and she's always glad you're here, and it does not go unnoticed. Trust me. That's
Shane. You know Gaguma really well because you've been watching her on the stream and Will Stewart streams for such a long time. What's your impression, mate? What would you like to say about Gaguma?
She is kind, generous, and she's the queen of the emojis. She may be the empress of the stream, but she's the queen of the emojis. She's her emojis. I don't know how she does half of them. They're just so awesome.
Brian, you've already said something, but I'm not going to let you say any more because you're going to be here for half an hour just talking about compliments to Gaguma. I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to Will Stewart's comment saying, big up yourself, Mr. Daigle. Simply Aces in the house. Evening, everyone. What can I say? We will be disappointed again in this transfer window. Things keep repeating over and over. If we sign anyone, it's going to be one player on loan or on the cheap. Guys, Brian, you know what, Brian? I know exactly what you're going to say because you said it at the beginning of the stream. Shane, let's bring you on to you, Shane. You're down under. You have a different perception. You have a little bit more of a laid-back manner. And, would you feel disappointed if we got no one in through the transfer window? Or would you be like Brian saying, you know what, I expect no one to come in because there's the same thing from last year and the year before. Everything happens lastminute.com. What do you reckon, Shane?
I reckon it'll happen last minute. I reckon we'll get 2, but we're also looking at that young player, Dejed Spencer.
Yeah, the guy from Forest.
The guy from Forest, yeah. He's supposed to be a baller, but I don't know too much about him.
I don't even know what position he plays.
Is that one of those Danny Rose sort of like we have to Google it?
No, so he plays at right back, but if you can seriously tell me that Antonio Conte came in to this great football club and he said, one of the first people I want you to get is the on loan at Nottingham Forest right back, then yeah, that sounds like an Antonio. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to quickly shoot through some of these comments.
Isn't he from Arsenal? Isn't he from Lagunas?
I don't think he's at Lagunas. I can't remember where he's from, but he played a blinder against Lagunas on the FA Cup. Played an absolute blinder, but let's face it, that's not hard. It's actually incredible that Lagunas turned up for a game.
Guys, I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you go into this situation that Levy creates for us every single season.
We're not talking about Levy.
I'm going to quickly go back into the stream, into the chat, and let's go through all the comments which are currently coming up. I just want to big some more people up. And I don't want you guys feeling like, oh no, it's another transfer window. This Levy is going to do it to us again. So
Middlesbrough. Thank you, Dazza. He's on loan from Middlesbrough. Forest.
Okay. Derek Hutchins in the house. Big up Shane and Colin. I told you guys are going to get some big up love.
Big up right back at you, Derek.
Yeah, big up to you too.
Right, Stephen Cartwright's in the house. How many Brian Dagles are there? He's everywhere.
Wait, which one do I meet?
10 different types. 10 different types.
I
Brian,
like the one I met.
Is there more of you than one? I mean, have you guys seen more of Daigle? Like, is he appearing in 2-3 different streams? Are there 2-3 Daigles? Yes or no? What do you guys reckon?
There's only one. There's only one, and he's on a mission. He's on a mission, and that's why he's getting everywhere.
Okay, Aaron's in the house. Aaron Dub's in the house. Hello, everyone. Again, that means that the community of Spurs, right? Yeah, we're going to go from one stream, and then we're going to go to another stream, and then we're going to go to another stream. And I think there's like 3 or 4 streams that happen back to back. And the beautiful thing is that the community of streamers, as well as the community of viewers, you know, the ones that have got time are going to be able to float through these, because there's probably nothing better on TV anyway. And you know, it's no one else is creating Spurs content as raw as what we like to do. And obviously, Will Stewart's letting me know that the washing machine cannot be heard. I can hear it. It's really irritating. There's also an owl in the back.
Ooh, cool.
So, seriously, it's like this poor little owl. I want there to be another owl that comes along and like that sits next to it, and it won't be so lonely anymore. Just one owl by itself every night for the last 3 months. Well, I feel for the owls.
Wow. And Swift, you do have a super chat there.
Oh my days, I'm so far behind. I'm going to quickly go through. Graham is saying evening jets. Andrew Lloyd is doing the
today.
Okay, and we got this guy over here. I think I need to get rid of him.
Yep,
yes, you do. Very quickly.
Right, if anyone, if there's any mods in the chat, could you please get rid of this particular character? Obviously, Tom saying hello. Joe27, hello to everyone in the chat, and hello to the legends on the panel. Hope everyone is all right. And the Joe27, we're just going to let the commentators see what the names are. Shane over there, Colin over here, Brian next to me. You guys have got all the names. Because sometimes I forget people's names. I can't see them. So I just turn around and say everyone on the panel. Mari's in the house. Talk2K, subscribe and like, please. But you know, the main thing is, if you're watching this, that's the best reward of all, that you're already here. If you can participate by putting something in the comments, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now, someone mentioned something about a super chat.
Super chat.
I'm going to see if I can scroll down.
Aglia.
Oh my days! No, girl. She's done it to me again. She's done it to me again. Aglia. Ellie. Oh my days, Ellie. What? You know what? Ellie does this to me once in a while. She'll absolutely blow me away. This is like no ordinary person. You know, she has got a heart of true Spurs. A lady Spurs player. A true Tottenham supporter. You can't get a better picture and a fit other than Kane. Kane is like, you know, it's like the same thing. We're talking true blue players. And she's saying, Mr. K, some lolly towards your next home ticket. You deserve it, man. And so happy you got to go to the Chelsea game for your first match. Guys, you know, viewers, I've never been to a football match before. And last week I got the honor of receiving a ticket from Barry and getting an opportunity to visit our stadium and watching our lovely team play. We didn't win, but we tried, and oh my days. If you haven't seen the video, check into the channel, WillStewartTHFCRants. You'll notice that the videos from last week. If you haven't watched it, it's only about 9 minutes. Definitely check it out in your spare time right now. Stay here if you can. I'm going to and Ellie, I don't even know what to say. I get. Can you see my cheeks going red at all? Viewers out there, I know you may think that super chats are probably what everyone else does and how everyone wants their channel to be. My primary thrust is to promote Will Stewart's THFC's Rants channel. If I can promote it in the fact of getting people to become members or to become patrons, that is, I believe, one of the best ways to support all the content across the whole of the channel. But I do absolutely appreciate these super chats, because not because they're super chats, but because people feel that they want to contribute towards the channel. And this is a mechanism by which you can do that. If you feel like you want to do it, it's so quick and easy, and you get to have a few things written out. But I'll read your comments anyway. But I'm going to quickly scroll back to where I was, just to give, just to carry on a little bit. Shane, and you guys, can you know Ellie, from Tottenham. What do you think of this lovely lady, and what do you think that it means to have representatives of the ladies in terms of football, and what is it? The future of bringing young girls up into football? These type of ladies are legends. Like when we think about yesteryear, like Greavesy and things like that, like Perryman. These ladies, I mean, there's a few others out there. They're absolute legends for bringing young girls into football. Have you guys got any experience of the girls coming into the football side?
It's always good to see positive female role models in the streams, playing football. My dad actually used to coach a females or a woman's soccer team. So he was a coach, manager, or whatever you want to call it. So I grew up around football as well. So it's always good to see women in sport, and I think once they get more onto a par of the men's, it's going to be a lot better worldwide. And it's always good to see Kim B and Kim in the chats as well. Kim's another positive role model for women and women streamers, and Kirst is an also legend.
You know what? Kirst did a little video with her little girl as well, which is bringing her up into the football side of it as well. Amazing. Look, I'm going to quickly go through a few shouts and then get closer down towards the comments, because I'm being left way behind. Sometimes
Mr. K, listen, Mr. K, I'm going to have to leave you because I'm dropping. Please. I am dropping.
Brian, listen,
it's been
thank you very
much.
much.
Long day, so I just
Brian,
want to say,
Brian, are you going to go any more, to the training ground or anything like that?
The training ground. Listen, the training ground from us is going to be every single day apart from match day. All okay. I will tell people, because I don't know if they saw our stream earlier, the last thing I'll leave you is we stayed there all day, stayed there till 3:30, walked over the road at 3:30, took our banner off that was right outside the driveway so all the players could see it as they were driving out, a lot of them waving to us, took the banner, walked around the corner, forgot something, turned our backs. Guess who drove past me?
Kim. No, Mora.
Daniel,
Levy?
the parasite,
Levy.
leaving. Waited for us to leave, and literally as we turned our back, that little pussy couldn't even come out in his car. With security.
You got a pair of binoculars, isn't it? From his office,
him and Hitchin came driving past us, and I went berserk. I was like, you stupid little bastard. But yeah, we are going to be there. We're not there tomorrow because I'm traveling up to Leicester. We're we're going to be there every non-match day. So we'll be there Thursday, but I'm going to be there late because seeing that I'm going Leicester with Simeon, I'm doing Good Morning Tottenham with him. Then I am going to be there Friday. We'll be there Saturday. Sunday is Chelsea. All next week is International Week, so we'll be there. And then the following Monday is deadline day. And trust me when I say, if this is still the same, come deadline day, then expect it to be, you won't be able to even get in the driveway with what's been planned. So you've got a super chat in from Annie, and thank you very much indeed, Annie, darling. That means a lot to me. I just want to thank, like I said, Kim saved my life today with thermal socks and thermal gloves, as well as food, and so did King Arthur turn up.
Listen, Brian, get some rest. And I'm gonna plug your channel. I'm also gonna tell people to start retweeting your tweets as well. Okay, get some sleep, brother.
You,
good night to you.
And if anyone can get to the training ground, just get your ass to the training ground. Shane, always. Oh, one thing I do want to say, just very quickly about my channel. Tentatively, Tottenham on tour. Tentatively, our mental health special is going to be February the 3rd, 8:30 p.m. UK time, and it's going to be like
February the 3rd.
February the 3rd is going to be on Tottenham on tour. It's going to be huge. We've put a lot of time and resources. Got a CEO of a charity called Sport Against Suicide. We've got Sean Wellborn, who was the mental health specialist from Toronto Spurs. And as we've said again, every single super chat that we get from that stream, half of it's going to that charity, Sport Against Suicide. Yep. And the other half is going to a mental health organisation in Toronto, Canada, my hometown.
Brilliant.
So
Brilliant.
Everything Fantastic. Is going there. We're going to have as many guests as want to come on. It's going to be big. It's going to be bold. So I will speak to you guys later.
Yep. Later, Brian.
Levy out.
Levy out.
Ooh,
talking about Levy out. I'm going to play a little intro for him while he does his levy out. This is what happens every time someone says the word levy out to me.
I got broads in Atlanta. Like a bean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Getting no list in the balance. Legacy.
I'm sorry, I don't know if anything got flicked off there. Look, I'm gonna guys, many apologies. I've left so many comments right here. Comments out there from you guys. I'm gonna come to you straight away. I'm gonna come to you right now. There's been so many comments. I'm so far behind. You know what it was? It's just so nice to have all of you guys here. I missed you so much, Colin. And Shane, I speak to you, and you're looking lovely slick today. So, you know, I get distracted by you guys, but I haven't forgot about you guys in the comments either. So let's quickly get back in there. And where have I got to? I think I lost track of where I was. I think it was around about where Will Stewart was coming out with something in a slightly different language. But let's just stop here. And this guy here needs to be taken out of the chat. Okay, if someone can do that, that'd be really handy. Okay, so we've got over here. Have I missed someone out? Have I missed someone out at all? No, I haven't. In that case, I'm going to go straight on to the lovely Aglia. It says, love this show. It's like my cream on my cake. And I love cake, lads. You know what? After all the work you've done, after all the sacrifices you made to get your body to where you need to get it to keep it in that condition, that professional tick, you deserve all the cream and cakes you can get, girl. Honest to God. Gaguma's in the house. Mr. K, love. Gaguma, love back to you. George Pinon. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, George. George is saying, hello, gents. New to the channel, and I'm always excited to hear new takes on anything Spurs. Yes, this is the community for new take things on Spurs, because if you go to the regular channels, they just repeat what the club has been telling you to repeat. Trust me. Matt Falan, Matt, I'm sorry if I butchered your surname as well. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, indeed. And George, you're most welcome, says Will. And obviously, welcome Matt as well, says Will. Because Will Stewart, incidentally, guys, in viewers out there, this is Will Stewart. He is the owner of this channel. He's the one who created it. He's the one who brought this into being and gave so many people like myself, like Eugene, an opportunity, like Shane, an opportunity to get out there and, you know, get in front of the camera, which I'm big up the respect for that. And obviously, don't forget Bob Spur, send out the wishes and wells and so forth. Carl Simpson saying, Bob Spur, you keep fighting hard. We are with you. Bob Spur, if you're listening, please do. All of us are with you. Okay, we're wishing every day. We're wishing and missing you every day. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly look over here. Luca 14's in the house. We got to stop fearing Chelsea. Respect them, but don't fear them. I saw the game last week, and I felt that we did not fear Chelsea. We had a good go at them. We just missed the quality that we need in some areas of the pitch. If we had the quality, maybe we could have taken the game to Chelsea a little bit more. And Chelsea were a little bit lucky. But I suppose in a way we were playing so unluckily that we managed to, they did not need to, bring on, any of their top boys. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that because that was a horrible match in terms of results. I've got a gentleman over here by the name of Goal Mock. Is someone got a washing machine on the background or something? It was not me.
I think that might actually just be my PC
fan. I think. So don't worry about it too much. Andy Lloyd is over here saying, thanks, Brian. Keep up the good work with the Parasite. And Matthew Collins, he came on the stream, I think Stuart's stream on Sunday night, or was it earlier in the week? And he's saying, evening all, absolute legends. Luca 14, Chelsea are not entirely a happy lot at the moment. Title hopes firmly dashed. Tuchel, grumpy, good. You should see what happens to Klopp when he's going to start to fail. Daz is absolutely loves that type of statement. Aaron W saying, bang on. Q Daigle's mum walks in the background saying, go to bed, Brian. Bedtime, story time. Cocoa time with Brian. No, seriously, Cocoa time with Brian. I think he needs to present it from there as well. Gaguma saying something back to the gentleman that spoke earlier. That would be Gold Mock. Gold Mock, welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen your name before on my particular show. So welcome to the channel. And I think I've got to do something that Sonny does, isn't it? I think it's like that. Or is it the other way? I think it's this way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
we're butchering it. I think that's it. Listen, Gaguma, you need to come on and show us how to do this thing properly. Right. Obviously, Brian Daigle's going to laugh at Aaron. He goes, she was actually saying, keep it quiet as she's going to bed. And you know what? It's time to end the stream for him there. And then Paul Anderson's in the house. Big up, guys. Welcome, Paul, to the stream. And Tom, I'm going to throw this. This is Tom Footy Live. He's an incredibly young, knowledgeable man when it comes to every aspect of football. He says Conte needs 5 or 6 players to turn this current team into his team with his principles and system. And you know what? Every year we turn around and say we're 2-3 players short. We're 2-3 players short. Guess what? Tom, you're absolutely right. Not 2-3 players. We need 6 players if we want to win something. We seriously do. Forget this idea that we're going to get 3 players. Because what will happen when we take 3 players? You guys have seen it, isn't it, Shane? Shane, Colin, you've seen it. We'll get 3 players in, we'll get 3 players out. But that hasn't changed our system. We need 6 players in, 5 or 6. Good, some decent, some future, but most of them be able to play straight away. George GP's in the house.
Another 5 or 6 in summer too.
Well, I think 5 or 6 is probably when the summer's going to come out. But George GP's in the house. He's saying, anyone else feel a level of anxiety that they never expect to come from maybe signing Adama no-end product Traore? Colin, you remember last summer, there was a big talk about Adama Traore, right?
Yeah, of course. And then they wanted a lot of money for him.
Yeah. I mean, back then in summer, did you feel that there was a serious intent to get this guy? Or do you think it's more serious now?
It seems like it must be more serious now, but a big part of me wonders if that's just because the price for him is, so significantly lower than it had been. Hey,
I think that's what it is. It all comes down to money. At the end of the day, always down to money. I'm sorry. But when you come to this stream, forget that. It's the love. Oh, talking about the love. The Love Lounge on Wednesday. That's tomorrow. That's Mari on the Love Lounge, okay? Okay, and viewers out there, travel on to Murray tomorrow on his Love Lounge. Absolutely. Will Stewart's over here saying 40 people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Colin, you got to put one in there, mate.
Oh, yeah.
This is for Bob Spur. Oh, yeah. Right, Will Stewart saying 40 people watching and only 4 likes. Come on, guys and girls. Pick up the lads by smashing the like. This is one of the ways to help promote the channel. It's absolutely for free. It definitely helps the channel promote itself to bring itself in front of other Spurs fans that don't know this channel exists. John Fitzpatrick is saying Gaguma is a real lady. What an absolute legend. And you know what? I'm going to bring on the Gaguma Matthew saying as well, Guguma is the queen of Spurs channels. I must be so far behind. I am so far behind. Potter is my number one choice. I'm moving on, Luca. I'm going to bash past all these comments which have come through. I'm not going to bash past Elias. She's saying, hi, Aaron. Much love. Big up to you. You know what? There's always some love to be thrown towards Aaron Dove. Here's a brother that I hold dearly in my heart. And you know what? He's had some good news today, or some relieving news. And I'll say, you know, Aaron, you deserve a drink. Put your feet up, kick up, and relax back. All right. And we're talking about Kim. Kim, hi. How are you, Colin? Colin, there you go.
I'm good. Oh my gosh. I have to get back with everybody. I kind of fell off the map for like 2 days after travel. And that reminds me. But yeah, Kim, I'm good. I hope you're well also. But I'm getting ready to WhatsApp you. So
brilliant. I'm not too sure how to pronounce this particular name. I think it's Orabetsi. I think I'm right. Orabetsi. If I got that wrong, many apologies. It's saying, Brian Daigle, I'm Messiah. Basically, what it is, Brian's right. The spear is the spear point of what we're thrusting into the club to poke at one and to get some results coming out of it. A bit like a very stubborn camel, our club is sometimes. You need to give it a little bit of a poke. So right now, Carl Simpson saying, hey, Guguma, make my day when I know you're going to be on the streams. How are you? Basically, you know what it is, Guguma? Everyone's waiting one day. You're going to have to come on and co-host with me, you know, Talk2K. I want to quickly move down because I think there's some more super chats which are coming. And Will Stewart's going to probably have a go at me later on for not highlighting them straight away. Brian Daigle over here saying, Miss at Kim, Mary Poppins, how are you, darling? I hope Arthur is okay, and thank you so much for bringing the food, coffee, and thermals today. Love you loads, and we'll call you in the morning. You know, viewers out there, when some of us decide to represent the rest of us to go and do something like maybe protest or go outside the Hotspur way to protest, you know, there's lots of other people that support them. You don't need to be at the front. There's also people at the back supporting them. And then there's people further back sending their heart wishes towards them. And I know that, you know, when you do that, there's a goodwill that's being sent. It does actually affect people. Okay, I'm going to quickly shoot down because I'm so far behind. Will Stewart saying she is the channel's 4-star general. Yes, she is. Guguma's taking back. Oh, sweet. Carl Simpson, you're so sweet. And, well, my friend, you know what? It's always a pleasure. Jason Groves in the house. Take the money and stop gabbing. Thank you.
Rosie.
Thank you, Jason. You know what? I'm sorry. I get really bashful. I get really shy when these type of things happen. Primarily, I do this show because, you know, it's something I enjoy doing. I get to connect with some amazing people here in the panel and also out there in the comments. And really, if you're mad about Spurs, then this is where you really want to be. The reward is just being here. So thank you very much. Okay, Dazza say I'm tight. Yes, I will. Yeah, that's right. Dazza, you will say that. It was a pleasure. You know what? I'm going to quickly scroll. I've missed so many people. Colin, what's the first thing you missed? What's the one thing you missed the most? But when you went back, is there any food that you desired when you went back home that we didn't have in London? Or what?
Man, well, it's weird that you asked that, but yeah, I just had to get a corn dog. I don't know if there's just some like fried deliciousness that it's easier to get here, and it also seems like our fast food has to be worse for us than the same fast food there. Like even the McDonald's didn't taste as like greasy. You know, I needed some of that American
corn dog with some greasy onions and some tomato and ketchup mustard on top. Listen, Shmu's in the house. Big up Brian. Obviously he's gone. This is a comment that came earlier. I'm telling you, I'm so far behind. And said, big up Kay. Big up to you, Shmu 006. John Fitzpatrick saying, who is the American though? Look, I'm going to take this comment away, and now everyone will know. Colin has a channel called Talk and Ball. Now you know. There you go, guys. So let's quickly scroll down. Where have I got to? I think I've got to this. Guguma, this is for my man, Mr. Brian Daigle. There's only one of him, but it seems to be like thousands. And this is the money for him to buy some thermal socks on his feet. You know what? Well, we have to do something about this to try to get it going that way if possible, okay? I'll get onto the technical team as much as possible. Technical team only consists of one person. That's Will Stewart. Let's go on. John Fitzpatrick, if Brian doesn't get offline, he'll be sleeping in a phone box. I am so far behind, Dazza, you have become a YouTube member. You're a legend, mate. Thank you very much, viewers out there. You know, this is primarily how we can interact as a community in terms of YouTube. You know, we're not all made of money. We can't keep chucking money out there, and I will read your comments anyway. So, you know, super chats are good, stickers are fine, but, you know, become a member, join the crew. And Tottenham Hotspur has. So thank you very much. New member, I will be throwing out a little screen later on to go through the list of Patreon members that we currently have. And over here, I'm just going to quickly scroll down because I'm so far behind the comments. Jay Ashraf's in the house. Hi, Mr. K and guest. Hi to you, Mr. Jay Ashraf. You know what? All of these names, most of these names, I've been seeing them forever, and without them, there'd be no community. Shane, you've seen all these names, haven't you? You've been there in this channel since the very beginning. It's like there's a lot of people to recognize.
There's a couple that I haven't recognized, but most of them I've seen.
Okay, the True Sets Free is in the house. He's saying the microphone is on fire. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I bet you there's Matthew, Mr. K, how are you? Very well indeed. To tell you the truth, there's lots of ups and downs in people's lives. And all I can say is that if you are going down and it's hurting, then reach out. Reach out to this community. There's so many good people in this community. And guess what? Love and respect, they will reach out to you. If you need help, reach out for it. If you don't know you need help, but you're in trouble, then reach out for help. It will help you, honest to God. On the 3rd of February, Brian Daigle on Tottenham on Tour is going to be doing a mental health show. So, yep, everyone out there, reach out for one another. Over here, we're going to quickly pop down. I think there's so many comments that have come, and I've missed them all. I swear to God. The True Sets Free saying Carl is equal to the big one. The double still is on the Mr. Positive. Love it. Will Stewart saying thanks to all our members. When we reach 30 members, we will be doing a members only chat segment on a late night rants show, and he's given a little URL over here as well. Aglia has done it thrice. She says, I'll get there to lend my voice against Levy Out. Play that tune you play when someone mentions Levy Out. So if you play it for me, Mr. K, send for Bob Spur. Here's some more lollies to ensure you get that next Spurs ticket. I'm 100% I am going to do that.
I got broads in Atlanta. Music don't be in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no list in the bank. Legacy.
You're on
One day update that video, and I'm going to get Will Stewart on the case for that because he's an amazing editor. Will Stewart is. He's the one who originally edited. Bob Spur created this backdrop that you're seeing right now, the thumbnail behind me, and then Will Stewart animated it and put sound into it. Over here, but now obviously Celery Agents in the house. So quickly scroll down, and obviously we're sending bare love out to Bob Spur. Matthew, of course, is saying it the correct way, as Bob Spur says, piss off. And this is a phrase that Bob Spur used as a form of endearment, right? And we've copied it ever since, the respect to him, okay? And
it actually started with Bryce. True Blue.
Bryce.
True Blues.
God.
True
See, that's
Blue
what
Bryce.
I love.
It actually started with Bryce. Bryce and Bob. I believe Bryce said it to Bob, and Bob's taken it on as a thing. So.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
Shane, have you seen this? Shane, have you seen this? This is the 4th time that Aglia has put a super chat in, right? And and you know what, Will? I did see this as I'm going through it. Yes, Will, I am going to be going, and you're right, 4 times Mr. K. You know what? He's on the live chat right now, and basically what Aglia is saying is, get your super chats in, support this fabulous people on this brilliant channel, and it's uncanny how Colin sounds very much like Cody Mack. Now, is that because you have this like North American sort of slang?
It must be, yeah. And I think, come to think of it, I think our voices are a similar tone, maybe. And yeah, we both have just like a very, I never thought about it like that though. But I think it's from
the British point of view, you have similar vocal channels, which is
I can see that. Yeah, I can see it. Definitely.
The two sets he's saying they do Empress Gaguma. You know what it is? You know the ladies we've got in this Spurs community. You know, they're amazing ladies. Dignity, respect, integrity. We can't go wrong with that. Let's get on for a little bit further. Sorry, Super Chatters, Mr. K is a bit slow on reading the chats, but that's why we love him. Thank you, Will. And yes, I am a little bit slow. I do need a little bit of extra help sometimes, trying to swing it left and right. Over here, Aglia saying, thanks, Mr. K. I love that Levy out beat. Absolutely fabulous. Love the clown face. That is Levy's face in a nutshell. You know what? I'm going to have to play that game a little bit later on. Watch, I'm going to be doing it. I just want to quickly get myself back into the swing in terms of, because it's 55 minutes. I was supposed to chuck a link out there in the stream and let you guys on. But I've been so busy chatting away with what's going on. And there's so many comments. It's amazing. That's why, you know, Shane, Colin, that's why I need a co-host on a regular basis. Because the co-host keeps me going, keeps me moving forward. That's why I normally don't have like 2, 3, 4 people inside in the panel when I do this. Graham over here, Graham 58. That's GRL. That's actually Graham. He goes, we'll be there every day till the end of the transfer window. Graham, listen, dress warm. Graham's going to be at the protest outside Hotspur Way. So fantastic. Give out your support towards all these lovely brothers and sisters that are doing that. There is a similarity in the voice. He's absolutely right. And who's got that little tingling in the back? I'm going to put you on silent for a second. Find out. Colin, that's you, mate. It's you. All right, there you go. Okay, don't worry. No, just put yourself on mute. And if you need to speak, just unmute yourself, okay? And we'll just go from there. It goes, good to see the proper headset back, Mr. K. Headphones. Levy out song, please. It's coming. It's coming. I'm bringing it on. Don't worry about that because I love that tune too. I just can't play it too much. Otherwise, it can, you know, I don't want to lose the specialness. But quickly, I think have I done it? Have I done it? I think I reached it. I think I have indeed. Right. I did miss out Luca 14s. I'm trying to do the Lamella Rabona pose, but I keep falling over. Yeah. Now, there's a bit too much contrast coming out of the screen to get the full definition of here. But, you know, you get what I'm trying to do. I'll improve it a little bit later on as we go along. Tom, I will be sending it out there. I'm going to send it out there. Aglia, Mr. K, where's your sidekick Eugene gone? I'm his sidekick. He's older than me by 2 years, so I'm his sidekick. He's got himself a job, and unfortunately, he can't get to do the days and nights because he's all the way in Malaysia. Can you imagine the time difference? It's almost like, I think Malaysia time difference and Australia time difference is similar.
They're 2 hours behind me, so that makes them GMT +8, I believe. So it's very early morning when he pops on. When he co-hosts this show, it's usually like 6:30 or 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's amazing how he gets up to do the stream with me. I always felt guilty that I was doing it at this particular time. But you know what? I'm glad that he did because I learned so much from working with him. And, you know, I do want him to come back. Colin, you're not Canadian.
Yeah, no, but I'm not from very far away from there. Indiana is the state that I live in. I live in the southern part of it, but it's in like the midwestern part of the country. But yeah, I could drive to Canada in am I driving the speed limit? I could drive there in a day, less than a day, you know. I'm going to Google Maps
Matthew over here.
For an exact.
Check this out. Matthew saying, I'm going to try and travel down within the next 5 days. Oh, he wants to join the protest alongside Brian the Legend. Listen, viewers out there, if you want to join the protest, right now is the time to do so. Get in touch with Brian Daigle if you possibly can. You know, get in touch with him, show your support, turn up there, bring some hot coffee. Don't forget to wear thermals. Absolutely important. Right, I'm going to quickly go there. Right, guys, it's got to nearly an hour. I've got to chuck the link out there and let people jump in here and like, you know, let's get some experiences to each other. But before I do that, I'd like to let me get rid of this comment first from Matthew. Not that I'm trying to get rid of you, Matthew. I just want to get rid of the comment. How do I do that? This is where I used to miss Eugene. He used to be able to do all this stuff really effortlessly.
I think Will's throwing the link out there.
Is he? I've got to do it too. Oh, wait. I mustn't do that. Get rid of that. And how do I do that? Oh, there we go. I'm going to typically take this one off. And I'm going to come over here and bring on this one over here. That's the one. The Patreon members are that support this channel: Mama Coates, Wayne Bonner, Tony Coe, Gaguma, AG, Alex Burton, Bobspur TV. Please, 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 we're all wishing for you, Bobby. Please, please, please get well as soon as you can. We miss you. And John N. And our YouTube members, we have 4-star generals: Aglia Kakuratis and Captain Wayne Bonner. We also have the Williams Rangers: C. Says, Danny Kriaku, Tony Coe, Scott M, Dave Jones, Tottenham Tantrum, also known as Tottenham Tantrum Gold, Eunice, John Langford, David, Capster 30. The Williams Celts is Matt Hayes, The Truth Sets Free, Amzo, and I do believe that Daza became our latest member in YouTube. So that's absolutely fantastic. If there's somebody that's trying to pop into the stream, please do so. Again, I'll put you straight in as well. I just saw someone popping in. What I'm going to do, viewers out there, is I just
noticed.
Yep.
I just noticed that Will hasn't spelled captains right.
He's deliberately done it that way. Now, how did Tom? Oh, I see the link's being already sent out by Will. I take it, because guess who we have? Special guest. Tom, how are you?
Tom.
Yeah, not bad, lads. How's yours?
You know, you come straight. You come at the right time, because Gaguma has just chucked in the super chat saying, "Hello, new faces, welcome. Happy to see you." Tom's not a new face. He's been here before, Mr. Microphone with the word news written on it. And Shane, everyone know. You know what it is? This is a love shout out to you two guys over there, because you co-hosted the beginning of the show with me. So absolutely fantastic. Colin, Shane, Gaguma recognizes and respects the fact that you guys came on to help me get the show started. Much respect to you both.
Thank you for being awesome. You're the coolest.
And Tom, when are you gonna get a webcam, mate? When are you gonna pump yourself?
You can just get a crappy one, like
Yeah, I can do. It's only because my laptop's bugging out. That's why, and I'm currently. I've ordered a new one anyway to come, but it's postage in UK. Just don't even go there. Mr. K, yeah, you're laughing. You know exactly what I mean.
I'm laughing at Will Stewart's comment saying next show it will be captains. Right. I thought captains. I think, you know what, sometimes spelling mistakes turn into something good in the end. But you were saying, Tom, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
Well, Kim B, good night to you. She's got a bounce. She's got up early in the morning. Thank you very much, Kim.
Please
do.
Kim.
Thank you very much for popping into the show. Get some sleep, my girl. And she's got to get up early in the morning. You know, right now it's freezing cold. People don't want to get up early in the morning. That's for sure. Ryan McFarlane's in the house. He goes, Captain Tins has a ring. Oh, Captain Tins. You know what? It's Captain's Tins. It actually does sound like Captain's. Right. Has a ring to it as well. You know what? There you go. Feedback to Will is being given for free. And obviously, Two Threats Free saying, you know what? Kim B is an absolute legend. Gaguma saying, Kim B, sleep well, my friend. And you know what? Kim has got a lot of respect amongst our community. Take it easy, Kim. And, this is absolutely lovely, the way that we respect and honor one another. And we don't have this adversarial effect that you see on Twitter, for example. Who's that clickety-click sound here? Let me just, I think that's you, Tom. Not too sure. It doesn't matter.
I'm muted.
Okay. In that case, Cody Mack. Don't bother me if Will can't spell. Cody, you got to say something positive once in a while, because I do like to hear some positivity. And obviously over here, Aglia saying, I love Shane Aussie accent. And do you live in Australia or in the UK?
Yeah, I'm in Australia. I'm in Brisbane, Australia.
Oh, my day, salary agent saying, is it just coincidence that beard is an anagram for beard? Think about it. Think about it. Now you. Guess who's popping up right now? There we go. You know what? We need somebody amongst us. Right now we've got a very experienced person in Shane. He's seen it all. He's old enough to see everything. Right now he's looking a bit slick. and looking a lot more younger. We've got Colin over here, who represents that sort of viewpoint that we have on the other side of the pond. We have Tom over here, who's an alternative fan from other clubs, but he has a special eye. But what we need is somebody who knows like a little bit more about the football in terms of how it's played, you know, on the actual pitch itself, from the pitch's point of view. I think we need a coach. What do you reckon, guys? A coach, like, for example, someone like Coach Stellielli.
Oh,
How are you?
I like your,
How
I
are
like
you,
your
Coach
avatar.
Stellielli?
Coach Stal.
We've got Stelly Ali. I just don't think you understand. I hate all the stats. I chase all the rats. We've got Stelly Ali.
That was good. That was beautiful.
How you doing, man?
You've been spotted. You've been spotted. People have spotted you in the comments. They know who you are. You can change your picture, but we know who you are. Stel, how you been?
I've been good. I've done quite a few streams tonight, but this.
Are you tired? Are you tired?
No.
Are you tired?
No.
Are you thirsty? Thirsty?
Yep, I'm thirsty. I've got my tea. I saved the best to last, Mr. K. I saved the
Wet
best
your
to
whistle.
last.
Wet your whistle.
The Mr. K show, the best of the lot, the best of the day, always.
You know something, Stel? People were asking me today, from many different formats, whether it was on Twitter, whether it's on WhatsApp or other social media. They were asking if you were going to be turning up to the protests outside Hotspur Way as well. Are you busy during the day? Are you training kids and so forth?
Yeah. So I found out about the protests yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I can't reschedule work because it's from 9 a.m. But next week I'm definitely there. And I can tell you right now, I don't know enough to know. I mean, Graham's in the chat, so he might be a good one to chat to. But on the 31st of January, transfer deadline day, because the news reporters, the TV cameras will be there, you bet we're going to have the mother of protests turning up to that one if things haven't changed. So I'll be there next week.
I think Levy's sneaky. I think he's sneaky.
No. We're not.
I think it's
We're not-
sneaky.
Well,
honestly,
listen, if we sign 2 or 3 top players, the protest will die down naturally. But the guys are doing a great job protesting. There's going to be more people joining next week. I'm definitely going to be one of them.
Right.
But on the 31st of Jan, I'm telling you, if there's no signings, it's full throttle.
So DJ's not enough for you, Stel?
Sorry, say that again.
The Jed.
Oh, the 17-year-old kid.
Yeah, 19 it is.
Yeah, I mean that's a game-changing signing. That's the FA Cup right there. We're going to win the FA Cup now.
That's right.
Okay, listen, viewers out
waste
there,
of time.
viewers out there, I've thrown the link into the stream. Matthew, I've just stuck you on mute for a second. Welcome to the show. Much love, much appreciation. When you want to speak, just unmute yourself, okay? It'll be like, and then if you need to mute yourself after you're not speaking, do so. So first of all, unmute yourself and say hello.
Hi everyone.
What's up, Matt?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hi, Matt.
Right, guys. Aglia saying love. Oh, can I get this comment up? Yes, I can. Love that we have fans all over the world and Brisbane, Australia. Woo! Big up, Shane. Love that you support Spurs all the way from down under. Yes, we do. We have Spurs fans from everywhere, and Shane is coming all the way from down under. Can you imagine Shane? It's really hotter down there, right? Today.
Today, it's overcast here at the moment, but it's still 26 or 27 degrees. So
right.
27
Alex, have to
degrees.
Google that because it doesn't mean anything to me. Hold on. 27 C to F. Oh, it's like 80, 81 almost degrees. That's like
it's humid.
Yeah, and the humidity is what kills. That's the real shit right there. It can be, if you're like out in the desert or something, you have that dry heat. It's not really so bad, but the humid, you feel like you're drowning when you walk outside.
Does the whole world use Celsius, but just America uses Fahrenheit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Of course.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Guys, Scott M's in the house. Thank you very much. He's representing the Canadians. He's the code master, the rated negative Canadian. He says, not like the nice guys the rest of us Canadians
They
are.
might use Fahrenheit.
Yeah, Scott, what do you guys use if you're still in the chat? The good old Fahrenheit or Celsius?
You know what, guys?
Yes, sir.
I did really crap when I was at school when it came to physics. Let's move on. Listen, Tom, you got your fingers on the pulse of football in general amongst many, many clubs. Would I be right in saying that there are actually 4 teams fighting for top 4 for the 4th position? Or is it just 3?
Depends who you think.
West Ham is one of the people fighting for it.
That's
It's
it.
about
It
4 or
depends
5,
if, it
isn't it?
depends if.
Sorry, go ahead, guys.
No. Go on, Matthew. Go on.
Sorry,
I thought it was
Matthew,
about 4. I thought it was about 4 or 5, possibly 6 for top 4, isn't it?
Could you? I mean, list them out for me, Matthew, if you can.
Well, one of them's West Ham, isn't it?
Yep.
Possible push.
Well, you know what? I have to give hats off to West Ham because I personally thought they would nosedive in December. They haven't done so. So let's just, go out on a limb and say let's include them as well. Okay? Why not? You're there or thereabouts. You're doing well. You got the points in the bag, so go for it. That's West Ham. There's us, of course. There's the that team that's next door to us. I don't want to swear. Right. Let's have a look now. Who else is there?
Liverpool City already guaranteed.
Wolverhampton, don't discount them. They've got no European football, and they've got 2 games in hand. If they win those 2 games in hand, they go joint 4th. Do not discount.
So that's what Matthew means.
They're playing good football.
Okay. Because when he said, I only thought of 4 teams, and I was being generous when I said 4. But obviously, you're right. There's Wolverhampton too.
They're in the
mix. But I don't see them as contenders. I really don't. I don't think they've got enough depth in their squad.
Nor do we.
They've got posture. 18 then.
Tottenham haven't got squad depth. Can't beat Mora or Morecambe.
Okay, so I'm going to throw the question. Go on. Okay, listen. I'm going to throw the question back towards Tom over here, right? Yeah. Tom. I'm only going to really concentrate on the 4, right? But maybe there's more. But Tom, out of those 4, 5, 6 teams that are fighting for the 4th spot, there's pluses and minuses to all of them. Tom, your team, I think, is Manchester United, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Your team has probably got the best value in terms of how big the players are in terms of their value. Surely you guys must be right there at the top of being one of the contenders for top 4, considering that it's a bit of a long way to the end of the season, and injuries and things like that. And you guys got massive depth of squad. Do you feel that your team is like the most favorite to get into the top 4 position?
Absolutely not. No, because players can win you a game. Yeah, that's fine, but they don't do it consistently. Teams win your games, not players, not individuals. As obviously you being Spurs fans, you'll know the exact same thing with Harry Kane, where he's pulled his finger out of his arse and got the goals that he needed in seasons and got you into the Champions League consecutively. Same when Dele Alli were performing, he had that partnership. Same with Son, when Son came into the mix. When Kane's been out injured, he stepped up to the plate. We're exactly the same thing, where we've got these big name players. Means nothing. Money means nothing in football. Unless you build a team, you don't win anything with individuals. And that's why even when people say, oh, well, you got Ronaldo, you guaranteed 4th. There's no guarantees in football at all. Nowhere near any guarantees in football. And I wouldn't even slack off just saying that there's one place up for grabs with the top 4. Because Chelsea are shaky. I don't care what anybody... Chelsea is shaky at the moment. The squad morale... Completely everything. The manager, you've got Lukaku.
Seriously? But Tom, surely that 3rd position is absolutely nailed down for Chelselsea. Nailed down. Damn.
I wouldn't necessarily say so though, because realistically, when you look at the play style or the way that they're playing at the moment, there's just no ethos there, and you've got off the field antics with the likes of stuff happening with Lukaku. Then the manager is getting undermined because the player doesn't want to be at the club and he said he wants to go to Inter, and regardless. But you look at other clubs, like you look at Tottenham, you're not having this revolt with Kane anymore. That's all blown over and past. You know, at Man United, we've got the revolts with.
But Tom,
we'll just credit every player. Pogba, yeah, go on, Stiles, go on.
But we do have a revolt with Ndombele and Dele Alli, so one goes, another two come in.
Yeah, but the likelihood of probably both of them going at the same time is probably hard to do in a January transfer window, and especially for money that you want.
But we've got the revolt. That's the problem.
Yeah, you've got the revolt, but when you compare it to when you've got players who come out publicly with interviews, I haven't seen Ndombele come out with an interview stating his desire to go back to his former club, or I want to go to France, or I want to go to the MLS or wherever. You know, it doesn't come out with these bold statements with interviews and stuff. Where at the likes of Chelsea, they've had it with Lukaku. Man United, we have it numerous times with players like Pogba and Fernandes. Now we've got it with Ronaldo.
Yeah,
you know, Tottenham. You had it. You had it over the summer with Kane because it was is he staying, is he going? He ended up staying on. Then you've had obviously with Nuno and changing managers mid-season.
It's been a messy season. It's been an absolute messy season.
Listen, guys,
is there anyone in here that can pronounce this gentleman's surname? This is Ryan. Is it Trestain or Trestain? Tristain, I do beg your pardon. Ryan Tristain is saying, "Hi everyone, new to the chat. Just hope we get 3 points later. Come on, you Spurs." Thank you very much, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's really nice. Please do like as well, if you possibly can. Colin, I'd like to bring you into this one as well, because I did originally kind of split between yourself and Tom. You know, do you think there's any possibility that West Ham, Wolverhampton, and who's the other one that will be the outside bet? Do you think any of those teams stand a chance at all to get into that top four, or are they looking at 5th and 6th and they're fighting for 7th?
Well, I don't think. I mean, they stand a chance statistically. I mean, you know, I don't want to sit here and say like that it's impossible, but I really don't see it happening. You know, I definitely would put us ahead of them. At least hopefully. I mean, we should be. God, we should be. Maybe I'm speaking, you know, too much. Maybe I'm riding on my past Spurs laurels, and maybe we're not. But surely to God, we need to be beating those teams out for 4th place. Yeah. And so,
so when you say for 4th place, right? Yeah. I want to direct that towards Colin, because Matthew. You've seen the game. You've seen the way we play. Is there an expectation for us to get into top 4, or would we have to be a little bit lucky to get there?
There is an expectation to a point, but it has to be done with signings. But it ain't going to happen this month, is it?
Well, you never know. Maybe might put out 15 million, 16, 17, 18 million and get Adama.
It'd be nice. But we know what a parasite Levy is with his money.
Well, you're representing the Brian. You're representing the Brian. Right, I'm going to quickly chuck a couple of chats in here as well. Gaguma saying, thank you for joining the stream. Please chat with us, subscribe and like. I don't want to keep going over it, but guess what? It helps. Every little helps. And we're going to move ahead to Shamu. Shamu! He's saying Phoenix is a lost cause. AKA Levy's wallet in the transfer window.
These Kiwis in the chat are riling me up.
I can see that. They've been talking about the temperature, and they've been talking about the hobbits as well. Just in case viewers out there don't understand the reference of hobbits, it's because in New Zealand, when they were making the film Lord of the Rings, they actually built Hobbiton, which is the town that's set in the Shire in Lord of the Rings. And they actually built a real physical little town, you know, the hill itself, and Hobbiton. And then they left it to the New Zealanders and say, hey, you guys, a gift. You can have it. And then it became an attraction.
Yeah, you can tour it. It's a national attraction.
Have you been there? Is the real question.
No, not yet.
You need to. That man.
But I wanted to ask Tom a quick question.
Go.
Anthony Martial. We've had links to Anthony Martial.
He's not coming.
What's his deal with the feud? I know no chance, but what's the deal with him feuding with Ralph Ragnick?
I mean,
that's amazing. Is that statement true in the look, Tom, please? You know what? This confused me as well. Shane, absolutely right. That statement in the media, right? You're saying that Anthony said to Ralph, "I don't fancy playing," and Ralph said, "All right, have a seat, have a cheesecake." That can't be true. That cannot be true. That's a breach of contract.
Never ever believe what they say. Just sell papers.
Tom, you're there. It's your club. Tell me if it's true.
No, it is true, but the wires have been crossed with what's been said.
Yeah.
What Ralph Ragnick meant when he said that Martial wasn't included, he told me that he didn't want to be in this squad, he told me that he didn't want to be in this squad because he didn't feel up to it, to travel in. That was the reason why. Whereas people have got the impression of, he's just kicked him into touch and isolated him from the squad. And then, he's refused to play a game, which is what the media have then asked Ragnick, or they've said, is it because he's refusing to play or he wants to leave the club? And then the way that Ragnick said it, the media, we all know what journalists and the media are like, where they'll pick at anything and they'll, you can give one answer and they'll come up with 5 different answers that you'll have gave. And at the end of the day, then this is where you get these riffs and things like that. But I've always said with any football player, it doesn't matter what club you're at, if you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. It's simple as that. You go out there, you do your research, you get the highest bidder and you sell. Simple.
Tom, if any Spurs player was to turn around and publicly say, or somehow through their agent say, I don't want to play in this game, thank you very much. Please sit me out. Trust me, the Spurs fans, in every media possible, absolutely murder this person. They will absolutely character assassinate them on Twitter and every type of social account. Stelios, wouldn't that be true? If a Spurs player, you remember what happened to Kane? And he was our start. He was our, come on, remember that summertime when he came back and people are thinking that he doesn't want to play? They absolutely crucified him. I mean, I don't see how someone can get... Look, I tell you what, Scott M's in the house and he's made a very important statement. He said that Chelsea will get top 4 easily. And you know what? Since Scott M said it, it's going to happen. Absolutely true. Stelios, is this yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not one of your team.
When you see me looking down, it's because I'm typing on your channel.
Okay. Beware out there. So Stella's in the comments too. Right. So, sorry, I did. Barnabas is in the house. I do beg your pardon. Big up Mr. K.
What was your question?
Right. My question is this: is that if there was some sort of media notification given, the same way that Anthony Martial's statement was given regarding "I don't want to play, please leave me out," and that was about a Spurs player. The way that it came out about Anthony Martial, wouldn't all hell break loose?
Depends on the player. If it was Ben Davies or Brian Hill, no, not at all. Harry Kane's the golden boy of English football. He's the striker for the England national team. He's four times Golden Boot winner in the Premier League. Last year he won Golden Boot and highest assists. He's the darling of English football. If it was one of the superstars of if it was Ronaldo at Man United, it would blow up. Absolutely blow up. Man United would always get a lot of news attention, no matter what, because globally, they're the biggest or second biggest club in the world. Globally.
Right,
so
I need to make a public statement, Stelis. I hope you don't mind.
Go for it.
Guys out there, Aglia, love and respect. And
Ellie, her name's Ellie.
Ellie, you put in the 5th one. This is the 5th super chat, and it's a question. Here's a question for the panel. Many of our fan base agree we need a creative midfielder. We all agree. Trust me, not many, all of us agree. Do you think we should re-sign Eriksen? Now, all of you guys out there, I don't want you to give a speech. I want you to give a yes or a no. Not what you think rationally away from yourself, but what you desire in your heart. Right? I just want a yes or a no. Shane, from your heart, would you like to see Eriksen back into our club?
No.
Colin, from your heart, would you like to see Eriksen come into your club?
Yes.
Matthew, from your heart, not your brain, your heart, would you like to see Eriksen back into the club?
No, because of his heart condition.
Okay, so that's from your heart, right? Stelios, from your heart, would you like to see would you like to see Ericsson back into our club?
Yeah.
Tom, from your head or your heart, would you like to see Ericsson play in the Premier League again?
Why does he get head and heart?
Because he's a Man United player. He's a Man United player. You know, Ericsson's in our heart. Now, for fans out there which are not Spurs fans, they do admire him and they do have a little bit of in their heart. But a lot of these intelligence, where they see him playing and they admire that. So, Tom, yes or no, head or heart, would you like to see Ericsson come back to the Premier League? Forget which club.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And also, Ellie, thank you very much for sending the super chat through. But please, no more. Please, no more. Stop. Please, no more. Stop. You have out on my days 5 times. You really, you put 5 fingers together to make a fist. That's what she's done. She's knocked me out. Oh my days. Right. Talking ball over here. That's Colin. That's you, isn't it? He goes, I'm a complicated man. That is indeed.
He's just gone to the bathroom.
No
Sorry,
problem at all.
Mr. K, sorry to interrupt, but she's put in quite a big super chat. Should we go around and explain why we would?
I'm going to come back to that. I really am.
She's donated quite a lot of money. That's why.
That's what I know. I know. But I'm telling her to stop now. I am going to come back to many of the things that she's actually touched upon. Right now, I just want to quickly give Chapster 30. Hi, everyone. Welcome, Chapster. Stellis, first of all, I wanted to get a yes or a no to gauge out of you guys.
Yeah.
Right, very, very quickly, so all of you guys have a say. Because normally, if I ask you for an explanation, one of you guys is going to take about 5 or 6 minutes. The second person is going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. And we're not going to get onto the third or fifth person. So this is how I kind of overcome that particular problem, which I see many times in other streams. So who wants to take up this particular question that Aglia has put in regarding Ericsson? A passionate response. I know you. Go for it, Stell.
No, I'm pointing upwards because Shane went first. He should go first, and we go around.
Go ahead. Anyone wants to take it up, go for it. I'm going to free table, head and heart explanation as to why you said what you said. And Shane, first we'll start off with, do you say yes or no?
I said no.
Yeah, I know. So now move on.
In my heart, I feel that he's lost most of his most of his playing skills and that because of what happened to him. He's going to take a lot to get back to where he was. Even
you mean like Gareth Bale did when he came back to our club? He was out of injury, and then he had to get fitter and fitter and fitter.
In my heart, he's always going to be a Spurs darling, but my head and my heart are both saying no. We don't. I just can't see it.
Are you okay? Are you fearful that something bad could happen to him while he comes to a club to play? Are you fearful for that?
That's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or are you just saying, look, he's gone past his best. I don't want to bring an old legend back and then watch a husk of a man trying to play and never get there.
Yeah. I don't think he really suits the way Conte is playing in our system, the system within Spurs. He's got a different system between what he has here and what he had at
Inter.
All right. Yeah. Now in Inter, originally he didn't get played, and then eventually he did because you need squad depth.
Yeah, but the Inter they played a 3-5-2, where here we're playing predominantly a 3-4-3, and I can't see where he fits into that 3-4-3 system. What are we going to take Skipper Højbjerg out to put in Ericsson? Or are we going to take out Lucas Moura and put Ericsson in there? Because once Sonny's back, he nails down that front left-hand side. and starts
Okay,
to laugh.
No, he's probably laughing at. Look, you know what it is? I personally, right?
No. I thought. I forgot your name. Sorry,
Matthew.
Sorry, I thought Matthew fell asleep, so I was laughing.
No, I'm going to come on to Matthew next. The way I bring people in, right? Yeah, is first I grab the attention, right? Yeah, say one little sentence, and then I ask the next person what to do next. But personally, right? Yeah, I fear that if he's wearing a Spurs shirt and something happens to him, I couldn't forgive myself for putting him on that pitch. Matthew,
Yep.
take it away. What's your thoughts? And explain it left to right, mate. I'd like to really hear it.
Heart of mine is both directions. It's both no, because I believe he won't be able to cope with the high tempo and the high level press of Conte's system.
What Shane's saying, right?
Pardon?
I think that's something similar to what Shane is saying, that he wouldn't be able to adapt into this new system that we've got.
Because it only takes one more move from Ericsson, he could have another cardiac.
But he's got this machine inside his chest that will bring him back again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I still wouldn't want him on that pitch. But you're right. No. You're right. The high press. Stel, when we were playing, when Christian Eriksen was playing for us last, I know his form dipped a little bit, or he wasn't being played enough. Was he Wasn't he one of our players that ran the most?
I don't know. He created the most.
Okay, created the most. Do you think with that thing in his heart and lack of thingamajig and a certain age, he's not that old, I think, but he's lack of certain age. Do you think he can do that high press?
I don't think he has to. The way I look at it is he downed tools like a lot of players did because they were fed up. They were just fed up at Tottenham, yeah? And he wanted a way out. Harry Kane wanted out. A lot of players wanted out. Look at Dele Alli. Don't tell me he really wants to be here. He's just here because no one else will take him because he's too expensive. But Eriksen left. He went to Inter Milan. He did play under Conte. It took him a while to adapt, and he won a league title with Conte. So he's an international football player. He was one of our. He's the best creative midfielder we had in the last 6-7 years, and it's the 21st century. Like, medicine and technology is so advanced. He wouldn't be allowed to play football again if he didn't get the all clear from all the cardiovascular, heart cardiologist experts. So if he signs for another club, it's because the insurance company's number one.
Exactly. There's so much money there involved.
And two, because he's passed all the medical tests. So if he's medically fit to play, personally, I wouldn't want him back because he left us when they were going to get tough. I never wanted Bale back, but we're desperate. We're not going to sign a top attacking midfielder. He can take free kicks, which we can't do anymore. He can score goals and he can create goals. So for 6 months minimum, it's a realistic situation that we can make work, and it's what Tottenham need. Whether he'll be good or not, I don't know. But you can say that about anyone that joins this club. So I would. It might be a risk. I would take it. I think it's worth taking a punt on Eriksen.
Okay, Colin, I'm glad you're back. Right. I know you're still munching. Don't worry, I'll come back to you if you want 2 minutes. Okay. I know you're ready. In that case, Colin. First of all, give your. You know what you said about whether you'd like to see Eriksen come on and off, or come back or not. Would you like to give us a bit more of a wider reason as to what, other than the yes and the no?
Yeah.
Is it something you feel in your heart because of your passion for the boy, or do you think to yourself your intelligence turns around to you and says you just can't cut the mustard?
Well, yeah. So I mean, it's probably more of option A than option B. He just we all know how good he was for us. I heard part of Stel's argument as well, but we all know how good of a player he was for us. We all know all the important goals he scored. He wasn't happy that last season or so, pretty publicly, and didn't play, very well. But it would be stupid right now with the lack of creativity we have in midfield to say no. We'd be really dumb to say no to, I think, like a cheap, short deal for Eriksen right now. It would have to be pretty low risk for us, obviously. But I think even off the bench, having someone that can take set pieces, having, you know what I mean? Like, he's not on Bale wages. And so like it would be a luxury signing, like bringing Bale back. Like but sometimes that's what you need. Like Bale got us Europe last season. He helped keep the Gooners out of Europe, and you know what I mean, helped us on the last day. I mean, people say that he only scored goals against the small teams, and that might be true, but those are the teams that we notoriously had trouble beating down, and maybe Eriksen could be that kind of maybe he can do that for us.
I've got this member over here that's coming to the chat. It says, I think it says goalkeeper Clarkey. Well, welcome to the stream, goalkeeper Clarkey. If Eriksen comes, it's going to be another month or so to get him up to full fitness, let alone match. And Adia was saying that basically he had an interview. I saw his interviews, and he even wants to go to the World Cup. He's only 29. That's it. That's what I was looking for earlier, his age. He's only 29. I thought he was much older. I genuinely thought he was older. All right. And since when have we pressed under Conte? You know what? You're absolutely right. We haven't really done any pressing whatsoever. Conte does change his system from one team to the next team. First of all, he tries something. It doesn't work. Then he modifies and does a few tweaks here and there. So, originally, I think he started off with a system which was a 4-2-4. And then he went on to a 3-5-2. No, a 3-4-3. And then he went into a 3-5-2. So he's mixed his formations enough. And therefore, he's mixed his tactics enough. Colin, not Colin. Matthew, have you seen, have you seen any of Conte's previous formations in previous teams, or have you only watched them in this particular Spurs team?
I knew he played it. Was it a 3-4-3 and was it 3-5-2? Was it Chelsea? Mm-hmm. But it wasn't for a while because he was doing their normal formation, and he changed it, and then. In Milan, it took a bit of time to sort of set them up in Italy with his formations, and actually flew. But for Conte to work out at Spurs, it's not going to be. It's taking its time longer than usual because he's only got the resources he's got at the moment.
Tom, I want to bring the last bit to yourself. I want you to have the final word. What are your main reasons for whether Eriksen should be playing at all at the Premier League in terms of, look, the Premier League's at this high pace, high top end, full on league. Do you think Eriksen, what's your opinion? What makes you think that this guy should or shouldn't be there? And do you think it's more got to do with health, or do you think it's just got to do with him being Sebastian sell-by date?
I'll answer the question in a minute, but I'm going to throw the question to you.
Go on.
Yes or no? Because you're the only one that's not been asked. I'll put you on the spot.
No, I don't want him back.
No?
No, my reason, mine is not from my head. Nothing to do with my head. It's got to do with my heart. He's escaped Levy, right? And more importantly, I could not forgive myself for watching him wearing a Spurs shirt and then dropping in the middle of a football pitch. I couldn't watch it again. Mm-hmm. I just can't. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't do it.
Why would he drop if he's been given a medical pass?
I'm talking about his health, some other form of complication.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with his current complication then.
Like I said, I'm not using my brain. I'm just using purely heart. I'm fearful. I'm that fearful. Look, we've lived under COVID, right, for such a long time. We're scared of our own shadows, right? So I'm like that. I'm going to turn around and purely from my heart and my gut and turn around and say, I fear, I want to keep the memory of Eriksen in my mind and my heart. I could not watch Spurs team if he was in it and then dropped and something happened to him. I don't know how I would be able to handle it. Because I loved him when he was in our team, and I fully understood why he wanted to leave. Go on, Colin.
Do you know how many players play with a pacemaker? There's players out there that play with a pacemaker. There's athletes that play with pacemakers. It's the whole point of a pacemaker is so that you can continue a normal life. It's not to keep you alive; it's so you can have a normal life, and that's what.
And I don't feel like he's playing because like he has to or anything. Like I don't feel like he's playing because he needs the money. He just wants to keep playing the game because he loves it. And so I mean, as long as if that's you know what I mean, then if that's the reason or that's wise, I don't know. You can't deny someone their passion I don't know.
Colin,
He wants to play.
He's got private health medical insurance. Okay, when he had that cardiac arrest, he would have got a massive payout off the back of that. He would have got paid a big payout on the back of that. So you're right. He doesn't need the money, and he earns like 150 grand a week anyway. So
yeah. So I mean, just the fact that he wants to come back, he's not like being forced into it from like any kind of a, I don't know. Adebayor was, remember when he talks about like paying to support like multiple people and stuff. And Ericsson's not in like that type of situation. I don't feel like he's like playing for like, you know, next week's dinner or anything. And so he wants to come back because he trusts himself to. And I don't feel like he would if he didn't. But then it also leads me back to like, did he trust his body when he had his first problem? So I don't know. It's like, because I'm sure he was cleared medically then too. Weird one. I don't know. But they probably weren't looking at his heart, I guess, so specifically, you know, as it would be now after his problems.
Well, look, guys, all of you guys. So, Tom, thank you very much for bringing it back towards me because it is kind of important. But my main thing is that he's signing for Brentford. I mean, right now, it's almost like it's almost done. Not quite done.
He's joining Brentford.
He is.
Yeah,
he
is. Yeah.
It's done. Right. So Brentford are going to pick up an amazing player.
it's unbelievable. Man. That's a joke. That's pissed me off now.
Right. You know, so they're going to pick up an amazing player. I'm sorry, but like I said, I made that decision with my heart, nothing to do with my brain whatsoever.
No, not you. I'm pissed off that
The
Coutinho
owners.
has gone to Villa.
Yep.
Ericsson's gone to Brentford, and we're crying out for that exact type of player.
Stelios, jump through another one. Suarez.
What about
might be going to
Suarez?
Aston
Yeah.
Villa.
Oh yeah, I'll take on
He
Suarez.
might
all
be
day
going
long.
to Aston Villa.
I know,
Because he wants
Gerrard's-
out of Atletico.
Yeah, Gerard's getting the band back together.
Oh my
Yeah.
days.
Who next?
That is true. That is true as well.
Guys,
Barnes.
I just want
John
the viewers,
Barnes.
guys.
John Barnes
I
is
just
coming
noticed this over here. Will Stewart's put something into the chat, and I just really like to just let the viewers know that we've just passed a milestone of 150,000 views.
Congratulations, guys. That's awesome.
And I want to thank all you viewers that are watching right now, all you viewers that are going to be watching in the future, and all you viewers that are not even watching this particular show right now. I know you're out there somewhere. I'm sending out my love to you. Thank you very much. I feel humbled right here that we've reached 150,000 views. That's absolutely amazing. I know there's other channels out there that probably like make that in a blink of an eye or something, but for us, we're such a small community in terms of what we do. That's an amazing figure. You know, it's not Cody setting his videos on repeat and constantly watching them. No, that's all of you guys in one form or another, right?
One big family.
You know, if you can click a like on this video or any other video that you see from this particular channel, would be much appreciated. I'd like to get some sort of balance between the views and the likes. Guys, you know what? I'd like to move on a little bit from.
Mr. K, you had a super chat there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to
super
come on.
chat.
I was going to come on to that. So I was going to say I want to move on a bit. The reason why I want to move on from the Ericsson situation is because it really hurts me to think about the situation. Right, that how close we came to losing someone like him. You know how close it was, and good luck to Brentford. Good luck to Brentford. You know they play some exciting football, and good luck to them. Tottenham Tantrum Gold. This is Dermot. Incidentally, viewers out there, you know when you go on YouTube, there's a channel called Duck Jive, and he has made a collection of some amazing old footage of a lot of the classic Spurs games. And this particular channel, known as Tottenham Tantrum Gold,
It's quality.
they have decided to do watch-alongs of these classic matches. Right? Please do. If you are a true Spurs fan, go and subscribe to this channel and watch along these classics, because you're not going to find these classics anywhere else. They're soon fast disappearing. There's a reason why Levy won't put statues. He doesn't want to remind us about how our glory was. He also wants to remind us that all we're aiming for is top 4. That's what our cups are. But Tottenham Tantrum Gold has given a super chat. It says, big up Mr. K and panel. Great show as always. Thank you very much, Dermot. Absolutely appreciate that. But I want the Spurs fans to be entertained. I want them to watch some of these really old matches. Shane, have you watched some of these matches along with Tottenham Hotspur Gold at all? Oh, you're muted, mate. You're muted.
I actually haven't gone back and watched any of the Tottenham Tantrum Gold stuff. Yeah, it's something that I've got to do, but it's a matter of time for me.
Shamu's always going to crack me up with a joke. He's saying, says, Mr. K, did you end up reviewing any kebabs while you were near Tottenham? You know, the temptation to do so was there. And I do know a few places just down the road, Stoke Newington. There's a few kebab shops down there which are quite good as well. But no, not yet, but I will be doing soon. Let's have a look now. Agli is saying, big up the fact that we've had 150,000. And, you know, guys, you do understand that I do get a little bit sentimental, right? And I do get a little bit emotional. And when it comes to the Eriksen thing, I will get emotional. I'm not using my brain whatsoever to think, you know, my brain is telling me we need him. We need a little bit of depth. We need, also, I think he'd be a good player to put on the bench. So you get to around about second half, you're doing that crap, or you get into 60 minutes, you say, you know what? I want to change the game around. Let's chuck on someone super sub. I reckon Eriksen would play a fantastic super sub. That's my 2 pence if I was going to use my little thick, you know, the brain cells in there, right? Yeah, when it comes to Eriksen. But my heart is too strong. It just turns around and says, no, I can't. I couldn't be able to take it. Tottenham Tantrum Gold is turning around and saying, I'll be over. I'll be on the 13th. I'll be over on the 13th for the Wolves Tottenham game. Can't wait. So he's going to be coming down too. Stelios, I know there's a lot more inside you when it comes down to the issue of Eriksen, and it's primarily got to do with the fact that why is it other players out there, other teams out there are able to grab the creative players, especially in the January transfer window, where, you know, our club is saying, oh, it's really hard. Hitchin saying it's really horrible.
It's more than that. Mr. K, it's more than that. It's not about a creative midfielder.
Yeah.
Every Spurs fan complains we've got no one that can take free kicks. He scores free kicks. Everyone's complaining we haven't got someone that creates goals, assists. He creates goals and assists. Everyone's complaining we don't have enough midfielders who score goals. He scores goals. He ticks every box. Why would you not want him to come back to Spurs?
The same as Ward-Prowse.
He's good.
Ward-Prowse.
I'd prefer Ward-Prowse over Eriksen any day.
All right,
is that because he runs around a lot more?
Not that we're ever going to get him, but
he's good at free kicks and corners.
Shane, that's my point. You just nailed it on the head. We're not going to ever get him, but we can get Eriksen. That's the point, isn't it? Ideally, I want us to buy Maddison. I think he's the perfect player that Spurs need. But are we going to get him off Leicester? Are we going to pay 60, 70 million? No. James Ward-Prowse, he's English. He comes with an English tax. That's how it works. So he's going to cost us 40, 50, 60. Eriksen, he's on a free.
He's on a free.
For me, it's a no-brainer.
He'll take a pay cut anyway compared to what he had before.
I'm trying to think like how Daniel Levy operates, because he's not going to back Conte. He's never in a million years going to back. Conte is going to end up being a failure because he's not going to be backed. That's my view. So we've got to do Tottenham stuff, and Tottenham stuff is a good bargain, a cheap deal. Eriksen, I think, ticks all the boxes for the next 6 months.
One last question on Eriksen, and then I want to move on from Eriksen. Okay? And any of you guys can answer this particular question. I'd like to know. Do you feel, or do you know, or did you think that it was a decision made by Spurs not to entertain talks with Eriksen, or do you think it was Eriksen not entertaining talks with Spurs?
So you're trying to say Eriksen is prepared to speak to Brentford, but not Tottenham.
I'm just saying that maybe he couldn't get a communication with Spurs in terms of money. Maybe Levy turned around and said, "Hey man, we'll only be offering you like peanuts," and his agent sounded it out. Then the agent turned around to Eriksen and said, "Listen, man, they don't want to pay the money, bro." Or it could be that Levy's really angry You know, he got made to look like a fool, right? You know, and he's you know, axed any mention of him coming back. Or it could just be that Conte says, "Sod it, I didn't enter. I didn't rate him there. I don't want him here."
My opinion is Spurs never wanted him, and Spurs never approached him. That's my opinion. I see what Matt and Shane think.
I mean, you guys, any of you, Matthew?
I wouldn't mind having him at Spurs.
Yeah.
I'm saying, what frustrates me is we've got Paratici, who's basically the king of free transfers, and all these freebies are whizzing by like a Formula 1 car. Phew, gone in a second.
Yep.
And we're just sitting by like lemons.
No, but the question which I wanted to ask is, do you think that it was Spurs that said, we don't want to talk to you about coming back? Or do you think it was Ericsson that turned around and said, allow you, I'd rather go somewhere else?
I reckon it's totally honest.
So you were saying, Shane?
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I think it was both ways. I think
mutual consent.
There's a point.
Yeah. I don't think Levy would have approved it, and I don't think Ericsson would want to come back because he left in such a way that he's sort of burned his bridge.
Is it leaving? Is it
he didn't burn the bridges in such a bad way. I mean, we still respected him when he went. You know, we still loved the man. And you saw on Twitter what happened, right? Yeah, when he went down. You know, every single Spurs fan out there was sending him loves and wishes. Whatever darkness he had in the way that he left, suddenly that was forgotten. Pure love was brought back for him in terms of our hearts.
We love him as fans. We do love him as fans. He holds a place in my heart as one of the Spurs legends. But the way he left probably pissed Levy off, and he's burnt that bridge with Levy. And it's
sorry, I do beg your pardon, Colin. I didn't even know you were there. Many apologies. Many apologies, Colin. Right, sorry, you're saying, Shane, please carry on.
I do think it's very hard to rebuild the bridge once it's burnt.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now there's a hashtag over here, and in case you guys are wondering, it looks like a hashtag where it looks like it starts off with a Mr. K, and then someone just randomly tapped on the keyboard. It actually says, Mr. K stores kebabs in his bed, confirmed. Hashtag. Thank you very much.
You do?
You know something? When I read that, I actually looked at my bed. If you replay this video, you'll see that me looking at my bed. And the silly thing is, I didn't have a kebab.
Right. You got enough beard.
Guys,
you
what is
to hide things. So
right. I'm going to ask the last question to Colin regarding what I've asked before. And I just want to gauge your opinion or what you feel, because 100% we don't know. We don't have a crystal ball, because Shane's absolutely right. Half a dozen of one and the other. I'm sorry, I butchered that particular saying. Colin, do you feel that it was Spurs that turned around to Ericsson and said, nah, we don't fancy you? Or do you think it was Ericsson that turned around and said, sod you, I'm not coming back ever again, Levy. I left here and I won a trophy. Well, there's no point in me coming back here ever again. What do you reckon, Colin?
probably both. I think that it probably would have been more expensive to insure him than other players. And I bet you Daniel Levy didn't like that. I don't know. I just feel like he's a lot of gamble, and he wouldn't have taken like ridiculously low wages because he doesn't deserve to. But he is a gamble. Like, you have to think about it for whatever team picks him up, just on more than one level, you know. And being out so long has maybe had, you know, his whatever underlying heart problem caused him to go down in the first place. You know, just like a multitude of things. And then also, yeah, like Shane was saying, he's made Daniel Levy kind of look like an idiot, and that man doesn't, you know, he's got an ego that's bigger than, you know, my house. And so
you know, so I tell you the truth, I got more respect for Ericsson the way he told Levy to bugger off. I want to quickly just put another hashtag out there that Shamu's put in. You know, it's very educational. He says Colin stores gold in his beard. Confirmed. You know what? Every time I see your beard, I do think of gold. It's 100%. One last one before I move on to the previous point. Right? Shamu, he says Stel stores static
Tactics book.
Oh, sorry, I do beg your pardon. Stel stores tactics books in his bed, confirmed. Right, and unfortunately, we can't make any type of references to Shane or Matthew because there's a lack of beard there to speak of. But there's a previous point which I wanted to bring up right here before we go anywhere, because I need to start wrapping things up and give you guys 2 pence to actually get out there. Right, it had to do with it was a previous statement. Sorry guys, give me 1 teeny second because I think I went past it. It had to do with the manager for Brentford. Right, I just want to quickly clarify something right here, in case the viewing audience don't know. Let's get to the bottom and then roll back up again. This is why I need an assistant. Right, Luca 14. Thank you very much. You know what it is? This is what I love about Luca 14. He will sometimes bring out the right topics to talk about sometimes in terms of like point it in the right direction. He says Brentford manager being Danish may have swung it their way. Well, what happened is this particular Danish manager, he was the manager, I think, when Ericsson was, I think, on the under 18s or under 21s or something like that. Stellius, would you know?
I've got no idea who the Danish manager is.
Okay, right. So basically, from what I was hearing from the news, I just lost a little bit of the detail. But basically, this manager and Ericsson Ericsson has played under him before when Ericsson was playing as a youth player.
That's going to help. Of course,
yeah.
It's going to help.
So they have a relationship and a connection, and also they're Danish. And they probably know each other from back. I mean, it's got such a small population. You know, if you think about it, the population is not that big. I think, what is it? 5 million, 7 million, something like that? 10 million max? The whole country?
Haven't they got about 1 or 2 or 3 Danish in their squad, don't they? Brentford.
Yeah, I think, well, their manager's Danish. So they may, I mean, once your manager's there, then there's a good chance you're going to start bringing people over from your nation. I mean, look at Pochettino, for example. Look how many Argentinians ended up in our team. Even Foyth.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Thomas
Frank, guys. I would like to.
Thomas Frank.
I would like to start wrapping the show up because we're coming up to about 2 hours, right? And I don't take it any longer than that if possible. I'm trying to discipline myself from doing so. Matthew, I'm going to go do it in the reverse order as I normally do. Right, Matthew, you've started to appear a little bit more in the streams, and you started to appear a little bit more earlier in the streams rather than being late. Matthew, do you have anything in the future that you're thinking about doing in terms of like joining into streams, like maybe your own channel, maybe your own something? Do you have any ideas? Or you just want to keep coming on as a guest?
I'll start off like a guest to start off, just to get the feel and get the confidence going.
Yep. I mean, do you have any aspirations for creating your own channel?
The other night was my first time. It was sort of nervy. But
I saw that.
Now I'm settling down.
I saw it. I had to guide you at the beginning by taking you the microphone to Mike. Matthew, if you want to hang around in the back end, right? Yeah, back into the studio to we have a little chat afterwards. You're more than welcome to. I can give you some tips and guidance and further forward. Listen, would you like to say good night to the audience?
Well, night all to everyone, and I hope you all stay well and safe.
Come on, you Spurs. Okay, hang around the back if you need to. Hang around the back if you need to, okay? And Colin, not Colin, sorry, Stel. Do beg your pardon. Stel, your channel is amazing because you have this amazing Americans that pop on a Tuesday, right? Listen, in case the viewers out there don't know, could you let us know a bit about this American side of your channel, please?
You've just ostracized all the English people that watch our show.
No, but it's an amazing channel. I mean, Jacob's amazing, and the other gentleman that wasn't with him today, those two guys are really good.
We have an amazing channel because of the Americans. Everyone else sucks. So thank God we got these Americans on. I get your point.
I like it again, America.
Iggy will put a horse's head in your bed.
Iggy will chop, yeah.
No, that's the regular team. I'm talking about the American boys. Stel, I really, I really want to promote that particular show that you do on Tuesday. Could you please spell it out for all the viewing audience, please? What that channel, what the show is called, who's in it, and what the direction is.
Monday, 8:30 p.m. is our normal podcast. Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. I'm talking UK time. We've got 2 American guys, Jacob and Michael. They do a show called The United Spurs of America. It's the name of their podcast, and they do their show on YouTube through our channel. So the podcast is on their name, the YouTube is through us. They're good fun, man. They bring different type of energy to Tottenham, and it's different.
So what they called again?
The United Spurs of America. It's quite a cool name. The United Spurs of America.
I think it's an amazing name. It's an amazing name. Listen, when is your next show?
Thursday, we're doing a show with Paxton Road TV on Tottenham Away, 8:30. It's me, Iggy, JP, Sam, and Mike.
It's Iggy's son's birthday today, wasn't it?
Yeah, Panny was 12. Yeah,
12 years old. I mean,
sorry,
is that the young man that I met at the stadium last week?
Sorry?
Is that the young man that I met at the stadium last week?
Yeah. That was Panny that came to the stage. I've actually got to make an announcement.
Go ahead.
So it's super, super important that everyone watching the show goes to Tottenham Away. You must subscribe. I need everyone to subscribe.
Put your link in. Put your link into the private chat, and I'll chuck it into the stream.
Because if we get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the week, Iggy, who is Italian through and through, who absolutely resents pizza being put on a pineapple, has agreed.
Pineapple.
He's agreed that if we get to 2,000, we will have a pineapple pizza delivered live on the show, and he's going to have to eat a pineapple pizza live on the show.
It's an insult for him to put pineapple on his pizza. I've been to proper Italian restaurants. They will break an egg and put it on the pizza rather than do it on my pineapple.
I know. Which is why we've got to get to 2,000 so he can have this.
Listen, do me a favor, Stel.
We're not even going to put cheese on it. It's going to be just a tomato and pineapple base.
Stel, put your show's link in. Put your show's link in the private chat, and I'll put it into the mainstream. Please do that right now.
I'll just type
and that way viewers out there can click. We've still got about 50 viewers right now. I would like them to be offered the opportunity to go onto your channel if they haven't already subscribed. Do that for me now, and say your and obviously I'll leave it to you how you say goodbye to your audience, whatever your catchphrase may be. Okay.
Yeah, listen. Keep watching the show. Sign up to Will Stewart TV. Support the Mr. K show. Awesome. Love these guys. Keep it up and. Big up yourself, Colin. Big up yourself, Shane. And ciao.
Good night.
Big up, Stel.
Big up, man.
Right. Okay, Stella, if you're listening to me out there, then please do put your link into the private chat. I'm going to chuck it into the main chat. Please, can you do that now? That'd be absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'll leave that in your hands. Do that for me. You guys are my hosts, right? We started together. Yeah. So what we're going to do when we finish off, right? Yeah. This is what we mainly do. We get rid of all of this. We bring ourselves a little bit closer together, right? And I get rid of that. Thank you. Oh, listen, before I go, Roger Collins, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for coming along. He says, Ericsson's common law wife, Sabrina, really likes living in West London. You know, at the end of the day, Ericsson is a family man. So, you know, it's like, you know, I love Ericsson. I love Ericsson. The only reason why I wouldn't want him in our team isn't because I don't rate him or anything like that. I'm just sentiment. My heart wouldn't be able to take it if anything happened. But it'd be so good for him to come back to London. You know, for him maybe to pop into like Spurs ground, like say hello to some of the boys which are there. It'd be so fantastic to do so. And viewers out there, if you are if you would like to see an Italian eating pineapple on his pizza on Tottenham away, then we need to get 2,000 subscribers for them to be done pronto, right? So go into this YouTube channel over here, click on that lovely link right here, and then, you know, give that thing a subscribe, pop into one of the videos, give it a like as well, put a comment somewhere, right, so they know you've been there, right, yeah? And then watch out, and also put the notification bell on, because when their stream comes out, you'll know straight away, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. Now,
and don't forget, it's free. It costs you nothing to like and subscribe.
Correct. Absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look. I'm gonna put I'm not gonna put him on. No. We're gonna stop our stream like this. This is normally, it's a little bit more intimate, a little bit more in your face. There's no comments there. It's got our names over there. All the viewers can see who we are. And I think maybe in the background, maybe let's have a little look. It's already been done. Okay, good. So things have been done in the background. Colin, you're back home in the States, right? I used to love watching your streams, your late night streams. I used to love watching your late night streams. In fact, I used to even go on there, even when I didn't want to. Something drew me into your streams. When is your next stream? When are you getting back on the horse?
That's actually a really good question. But what I can do,
watch this space. Watch this space, right?
Right.
When you are going to go back, you got to let us know. You got to let us know,
yeah.
And I want to push it out there.
That'd be wonderful, yeah. And I was going to tell everybody watching too. If you just go to, type Talking Ball in on YouTube, there you'll see my channel, and then if you subscribe and then hit the bell, you don't even have to know. Your phone will tell you. 30 minutes.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Chuck that web link for YouTube. Do it right now. Pop it into the private chat. I'm going to pop it into the main chat. Okay, do that for me. Shane,
you got it.
Shane, you know you've been around our community for from the beginning, right? And you've been someone who's watched it. You've been someone who then has participated in it in terms of comments, and now you've been stepping forward. And especially for the late night ones, you're absolutely like part of the furniture. Shane, any plans for maybe doing a regular slot for yourself during the week? There's a lot of Aussies out there, a lot of Australians out there, a lot of Tasmanian devils out there.
It has crossed my mind. I just at the present time being, with my health and my mental health, it's just not something that's going to be feasible at this point in time.
But in that case, I always want to reserve a spot for you here. Okay? You're welcome to come onto my show at any time from the beginning to the end. Okay?
That's great. Thank you very much.
So, if you can't give yourself a regular routine in any way, then you can come here ad hoc whenever you feel good about it. Okay? That's there. Guys, I'm gonna wrap this channel up right. Yeah. Before I do so, I want to get this. I want to copy this. If I can copy this link, viewers out there, if you can, please pop into this channel. This is Colin's Talk and Ball channel right here, and if you can click on to that link, pop into his channel, put on subscribe, right? Put the notification bell on and support Colin when he comes on, because I love being on his streams. I absolutely love it. All right. So I'm going to quickly pop out there and let's start wrapping this up, boys. But before I wrap this up, there's a couple of things I'd like to do if possible. Okay. Aglia saying that the Irish Hotspur big up a mention as well, and a shout to all the Harris Army and David and Jack. Woohoo! Love those boys too. You know something? I'm a Harris Army man. Hashtag Harris Army. That's that's what I do. Wherever I used to be, I used to do this. All right, I used to do it in capital H. And I mean, if any of you guys know me in the chats at all, you'll know that this is primarily what I used to do all the time. No matter where I went, I would big up the Harris Army. Okay, David Harris is an incredible fan. The passion that he has, the no-nonsense approach he has, and the amazing love that he has from so many people around him. And he's one of the first people I came across that really wanted to do this thing absolutely full-time and wanted to do nothing else. And I'm so happy that that dream is coming true for him. Yeah, and it wasn't done by big sponsors. No, it was done by you, the fans. You, the fans. And we did not need millions of fans. We just needed fans that loved him like I do.
It's
all
the
right?
Harris Army.
It's the Harris Army. All right. And Aglia, Ali, thank you very much. Ali, even though I felt a little bit apprehensive talking about Ericsson, it is important to talk about those people that are your idols in football. It is important to keep them in legendary status. Obviously, everyone has a different views of how to get these legends to play again. Like Ronaldo's come back to Man United, Bale came back to us, Ericsson can come back to us maybe. But I would not want that, because my heart is like that. That's why I was apprehensive about maybe introducing the subject matter. But thank you very much for making me address that and making me face it, because genuinely, I don't want to be afraid of talking about things like that. Okay? And it's important to talk about these things, It's not all about money. And I don't want something bad to happen to someone just for us to try to get a few more points. So that's the way I am as a person. And good luck to him in Brentford. Good luck to him. You know, I hope Brentford gets in the top 10 this season because of him. Okay. And Faz is saying, big up, Mr. K in the panel. Good night to you all. Kuba saying that Colin's channel is great. He even does football nowadays as well as the food-based things since Thiago joined. Right. Hey, yeah, Colin. You got Thiago as part of your little crew now, right?
Yes.
What's going on there?
I do. And everybody, this is kind of not to put a damper on the mood or anything, but Brazil, there's been like terrible storms, and
Right.
Thiago's suffered some damage at his house. He actually just texted me. So everybody, if you're like the praying kind of people, or like, you know, you just want to throw out some good vibes, definitely throw those out Thiago's way. Everybody in his family is safe. But they just like suffered pretty severe damage to.
Well, that must have been traumatic because you know when you're there.
So yes,
Dr. J. Cal saying that Colin's voice is the bridge between Cody's voice and Will's. They should do barbershop.
Gosh. That would be hilarious. We would be such good singers. I'll have to talk.
Yeah, you got singing voice, by the way. Have you got singing voice?
I do enjoy singing. Yes.
Right. Will Stewart's got a singing voice.
We seem to get
Right.
Cody in.
I'm not too sure where Cody stands on that. And Shane, you got a singing voice?
I'm a karaoke legend.
There you go.
Dude, you know what? You know something? Listen, get back into the back stream. We're going to chat about this. Viewing audience out there, thank you very much for coming down to Talk2K. You know, I really appreciated all the support that you guys are giving towards this channel. I can't wait to really see what's going to happen with the Iggy eating the pizza, the pineapple pizza. That if you guys out there can go on that, click onto that Tottenham away and make their 2000 dream come true, that'd be absolutely brilliant.
And
guys,
just a quick thing, please send your prayers, blessings, thoughts to Bob from Bob Spur TV.
Oh my gosh, of course.
He's fighting a good fight. He is a Spurs legend, and he really does need our support at the present time being.
you know, I think, I miss him. I miss him in terms of like he's not here right now. Not miss him as in like he's gone anywhere. He's going to come back very bloody soon. I hope he comes back sooner. But it does take a long time for what he's going through. It's amazing how much love and respect there is amongst the community for each other, for everyone that's there. Anyway, guys, we're gonna. I think normally I'd finish off with "Come on, you Spurs." I think Will Stewart's got something else, something about being strong or something. Not too sure. Aguilera is saying that my heart wants him back, but I really understand your heart and hear you and respect your comments as they really did come from a good place. I personally love Ericsson, would love to see him come back. You know what? He's only 29. I didn't realize that at all. Cooper saying big up to the panel. Mr. K always picks a great lineup. You know what? It's the universe picking me. They just somehow floated here. It was totally lastminute.com. You know. So with that in view, right? Yeah, really? Is that true? Celery Agent, did you really win the Australian Idol contest? I swear I would have seen you on there or found out about it. No, we're gonna have to do some fact checking on that one. That's for sure. And Aguilera saying over here, Bob Spur.
Celery Agent win?
Is he pulling my leg?
Absolutely.
Shane, you tell me. You're Australian.
I don't know. I'll never know.
Okay, listen. I'm going to do a couple of things right here to stop the show. One of them is going to be this one over here. Listen, viewers out there, thank you very much for coming to Talk2K. If you can possibly click on some of those links that have gone up in the previous comments to click onto those particular channels for Colin, Talk and Ball, and for Tottenham Away, much appreciated. Look after each other. Try not to get too stressed out about Levy buying or not buying a player. Trust me, we've seen it all before. And I always say, come on, you Spurs.
Stay strong,
come
stay
on,
Spurs, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, all.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Music got me in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no list in the band.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, we're still here.